Hello and welcome to TinnitusEarNoise.com. In this presentation we're going to be looking at earwax. Now, it's definitely not a topic that fills the long silences at a cocktail party, that's for sure, but earwax, or cerumen as the medical community calls it, can contribute to tinnitus. Now normally this substance performs several vital purposes, and frankly our ears will become useless without it. First, it provides the necessary barrier against potential infection, as the wax traps the dust as well as other small foreign bodies. It also helps to keep the ear canal supple and keep excessive moisture out. And believe it or not, you can also thank your earwax for keeping insects out of your ears. Not only do many insects find it repellent, but those that do get in get trapped in the wax before they can reach the drum, where they could do much damage. But what happens to earwax when it gets compacted or accumulates to excess, or maybe even gets quite hard, as happens with some people? And what happens to your hearing when it does that? Well, in most situations, any of these scenarios where earwax accumulates would only be temporary, and eventually the ears would clear themselves quite happily. Every now and then the self-cleaning process fails. It's at that point that the wax builds up and may even cause tinnitus or even deafness. So what should you do to get them cleaned? Well, frankly, not as the guy in the picture is having done. His barber is cleaning his ears with a metal pick. Now I suppose as it's a paid-for service you could say that's a professional cleaning, but it's not exactly the type of service I had in mind. So if that type of professional cleaning is no good, can you do it yourself? Well, the short answer is yes, you can, but only with care. Let's have a look at that in more detail. Now, when I was a child, I remember the saying that warned me, never put anything smaller than your elbow in your ear. So as weird or as clever as that may be, it's still good advice. Oh, and by the way, if anybody can do that, I'll publish a photo on the website and give them a free copy of the book as well. Well, at least the first 10 people anyway. So why should you not scrape earwax out yourself, you might say? Well, for one thing, instead of pulling it out, it's almost certain to do the opposite. You'll push it further up the ear canal and probably compact it, which will only make it more difficult to extract. It's far better to use a proper system. But it's more than just the instrument you choose. Whether it's a cotton swab or even the edge of a towel, they all carry the potential to irritate your ear canal lining. And the end result of that is, well, you might have guessed it, even more wax. And of course you don't have to be told that the largest consequence that looms over this seemingly small habit is, unfortunately, the rupture of your eardrum. Now yes, I know that the stores are filled with possible home remedies for earwax problems, but the best step you can take are those which bypass that idea altogether. Instead, why not go to your pharmacy for a gentle cleaning kit, or maybe even go to your physician. Not only will they ensure that you're dealing with the build-up of wax the way you should, but they'll also schedule a professional wax removing session for you with a qualified nurse. Just remember, your hearing is too precious to mess about with, so take looking after it seriously. In the next presentation we'll be having a look at why a little known disease could be the source of tinnitus or ear noise, and why not treating it could lead to deafness. Well, that's it for this time. Don't forget to look out for the next presentation from TinnitusEarNoise.com. Until then, all the very best.